Hello, everybody. Oh, I was thought I had to fix this, but it looks like we're fine. Hey, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well today, and welcome to the brush. I was having a little bit of technical difficulties, so I had to restart the stream, but it looks like we're back online. Today, we're going to be working on a background for my indie game Duel Trigger. Duel Trigger is a steampunk run-and-gun 2D platformer where you play as the most wanted and most skilled steampunk cowboy in all of the West Coast. So today I will be working on a little menu for the weapons arsenal. So let's get that open. Oh, I already have Blender up. Gonna open up some music here. Oops, it crashed again. Hey, the Gelfire Knight, how are you? Hope you're doing well today. Welcome on in. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're working on a little armory here. That's looking nice, thanks so much. This is for my indie game, Duel Trigger. It's a steampunk run and gun game where you play as the most wanted and most skilled steampunk cowboy in all the West Coast. I am making this in Blender, I'm modeling in Blender, but I will export to Unreal Engine as 2D sprites. Unreal Engine seems hard. Never got into trying it. Only engine I've ever used is Godot. Well, yeah, it's kind of complicated, I guess, but for what I'm doing, it's kind of overkill. So I think I don't really need to use all the features in it. So I don't think it'll be that challenging compared to like a 3D game. Because right now the 3D I'm doing right here is going to be flattened into pixel sprites. I'll show you a little example here. And that's smart. Oh, thanks. Oh, I see your tags. Do you speak Chinese? I speak a little bit. Yeah. One of the levels in my game is going to be the Chinatown level here. So this is based in like a 1850s kind of setting. But I have one level that has, Chinatown themes. This game's going to have 5 levels, and it's going to have the mining town, and then after that you're going to go to the Chinatown level. Then after that you're going to go to the frontier, and then the train, and then the ranch. And then all these are going to have one boss level. So I have this one here so far. Currently learning the language, it's hard. Oh yeah, it could be pretty challenging. It's especially, well, it depends on like what your skills, like what you're used to. If you're used to pronunciation, then it might not be as difficult, but there's also the Chinese characters to deal with. I love Quizzical Jin. Hey, how are you? Hope you're doing well today. I love the 3D to 2D pixel artwork. The Gelfire Knight, I really like the way it looks. Thanks. The art for your game, that is. The tones is the hard part of me. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm kind of. It's a little easier for me for pronunciation. So that part is not particularly hard. It's actually listening to the words. 'Cause sometimes, when they speak, I can't really understand everything. I just need more practice. These are the 3D characters that I made, and then they'll eventually look like this. Same here, like differentiating tone. They sound the same sometimes. Oh, how long have you been learning, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? Hey, Solly Switch, how are you? Owl, my favorite PNG streamer. Yeah, I had to do my PNG character today because it wasn't really working out the other way. My computer crashed, so I had to, normally I use this one for anybody else who's here. But my computer crashed. It had to force an update, and then I was like, you know what? I'll just use my PNG tuber. Quizzical Jin says, I'm tired but doing well. Cool beans. I like that PNG shakes when you talk. They like that the PNG shakes when I talk. Yeah, this is from, I think it's called Vito Tube or something. That's basically like the feature. It has two static images for the mouth moving, and then a little blink animation, and then it shakes when I talk. The Gelfire Knight says, I started about a year and a half ago, but I got busy with high school, then college. I started back up about a few weeks ago. Cool. I have an overseas friend in Taiwan who's forcing me to make progress. Wow, that's nice you have a friend to talk to. That's kind of the best way, to improve if you have contact with a native speaker, especially if you're surrounded by native speakers, you can have some immersion. Vito Tube is amazing, yes. I think eventually I might actually do a 3D model for instead of my VTube character that I made with 2D live. Sorry, live 2D. Solely Switch. Today I'm working on a arsenal. So this one character in the game is called Hosea, and he is like a traveling merchant. So he has a wagon that he takes around different places, and it's loaded full of guns. So as you're going through every level, he's gonna pop up, and you can buy things from him. The Gelfire Knight says, wait a minute. I have to scroll up here. The paragraph I was talking about was learning Chinese, but I'm making a game. Yeah, it is. She is studying to be an English teacher and is very scary. Well, it's good too, because then she understands kind of what you might need to learn. Sometimes if you haven't thought about your own language very much, or just language teaching in general, you can kind of you don't know what to bring up to be able to show somebody. It looks luxurious. Yeah, I'm hoping I can like make this look really jam-packed in there. She calls me lazy when I don't study, but she sends me souvenirs from Taiwan and shows me cool pictures she takes. Well, I think that means probably that you're what's the word? You're very you're what do you call it? Close enough that she feels she can be blunt. You know, I don't know specifically about Taiwanese, but I know like in mainland China, there's this thing where if you're really close with somebody, you're very blunt and like you don't say thank you. So because thank you is like something you use for strangers. So there's like it's kind of odd, like the way language changes when you're depending on your relationship with people. And Chinese doesn't have like the same polite, we call it, the registers that they have in Japanese. So I suppose maybe that's the reason. Okay, well, let me see what am I doing here. Let me work on some firearm shapes. Only when I make progress, though. It really does. I feel like if I tried to do this, I would look bad, but he makes it look really good. Oh, you mean the modeling? Thanks. Yeah, we have known each other almost 6 years. I'm really blunt and honest to people I trust, but I can't help but say thank you. And that's also dependent on the culture too, because some cultures they say thank you a lot. Other cultures they don't so much. Like in Japanese, people are always saying sorry, sorry, sumimasen. And Solly Switch says, I love that part of being in a Japanese martial arts school. It was a culture shock at first, but everyone was always saying thank you and sorry. And it's also, you have to make it a point to know who the teacher is, so that you make sure that you're polite to them in the class. And I know I was taking an Aikido class before, and they would have us bow every single time you go on the mat. You have to bow to the picture of the founder. Well, you bow when you come in. You don't necessarily have to bow to the picture. And then after, like right before they start the class, you bow to the portrait of the founder, which is maybe a little odd for people who are not used to that. I used to live in Germany as a kid, and they also say please and thank you a lot. Wow, sounds like the language for me, yeah. Hey, the Gelfire Knight, thanks for the follow. Thanks again for hanging out as well. If you're interested, we do have a Discord community. You can find the link down in the description below. And also, I have a website, owlinthebrush.com. I'm actually working on a comic book, so if you're interested in that, you can see that in the comics tab on my website. Solely Switch says, yeah, there are a lot of little things that I didn't quite understand at first. Like if we ever accidentally dropped a weapon, we would bow to the front of the school before picking them up, especially if it was Boken or Shinai. I'm not super familiar with that because in Aikido, you only start using the Ken when you get to like a higher level. At least that was in the school that I was going to. I don't know about other schools. I'm kind of being a little bit, what do you call it? I'm improvising here. Solely Switch says, I know a lot of schools like that. I've seen lots of places that wouldn't even let you touch Boken until you're black belt. Yeah, I think that's kind of how it was where I was. I don't think you have to be quite black belt just yet, but you know, Aikido is based off of Japanese, what do you call it? Sword arts. I think maybe Aikijutsu is also related to that. I'm not sure. Oops. Hey, Buginka, how are you? I hope you're doing well today. Thanks you everybody for hopping in. Thanks for the raid. Today we're working on my indie game called Duel Trigger. It's a steampunk running gun game where you play as the most skilled and most wanted steampunk cowboy in all of the West Coast. Hey, Woovie, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well today. Hope everybody is well. So I'm working on an arsenal here. So the main character here is Hosea. He has a wagon that he takes around to different places, and he has a weapons arsenal inside the wagon. This aesthetic is super interesting. Thanks so much. Let me show you a little bit of what the game should look like. Basically, I do 3D models and then I transfer those into 2D sprites. Let me open up the mood board I have. Let's see here. So, the Gelfire Knight says it feels like one of those computer games that used real life people as the characters. Yeah, I'm kind of mixing that like old Western vibe with like a steampunk one. Oh, sorry, I have the the preview still on here. Okay, so here's my mood board, and let me see. Woovie says, nice, I want to do a pre-rendered 90s aesthetic one day and was thinking similar for poster board objects. Reminds me a bit like Contra. Works really well. FMV games are great. Ooh, very nice mood board, thanks. So I have 5 levels that I'm working on. So here's the first level is going to be a mining town. So I have these so far. And then I'm gonna like tear these all apart and then rearrange them together to make different buildings. Each of the levels is going to have one boss chamber. So this one is a boss chamber with a like minor boss. So you're gonna be fighting him as the molten metal's pouring down. And this is like a gold smelt in the background. Not sure what the word is for that. Next level is going to be the Chinatown level. And then this is the boss chamber right here. And then I have to edit the colors too and change it so that it looks, you know, there's better contrast in the game. This is the frontier level. This is the boss chamber here. Then we have the train level. Here you fight the conductor, and then the last one's going to be the ranch. Then the characters look like this. So you have 3D characters here, and then I turn them into sprites. I still have to figure out how the main character works because you have like an aiming system in the game, and maybe I should change it to be a little bit more smooth. Solly Switch says, oh hey, Solly Switch gifting 1 tier sub to the Owl in the Brushes community. Thanks so much. Solly Switch gift to Masked Nomad. Thanks, Bronson. Let's see. So Solly Switch says, I for one can't wait to play this game. Oh. Hey, you see Hope. Thanks for the follow. Hope you're doing well today. Looks like I'm at 160 followers. Nice, nice. So, hey, Acid Rain, how are you? Hope you're doing well today. Thanks for stopping by. I was just looking through the mood board right now. Oh yeah, and I based this game kind of off of like Dead Cells, this kind of style. So this is kind of what I was looking for. Acid Rain says, what are we working on tonight? So tonight we're working on the wagon arsenal. One of the characters is called Hosea, and he has a wagon that he takes around that's loaded with guns and ammunition. So I'm filling this interior out right now. It's probably going to take a little while. Unfortunately, I'll probably have to go pretty soon because I have something else I need to work on as well, off stream. Acid Rain says, I remember you telling me about him. I think pretty soon I'll have to do like a drawing of him. I think I'm gonna probably take a break from 3D modeling streams and do more of the art, like the sketches and all that, and fleshing out the story as well. Hey, how are you? GP Goop. Thanks for the follow. Hope you're doing well today. Hi, how are you? Sully Switch says, oh, I didn't know that there was going to be a story too. Yeah, the story, this is going to be like a mix between a 2D platformer and it's kind of like a visual novel in between the levels. So I kind of have to do it that way because this is going to be my first game, and in order to kind of make up for maybe some of the skills, like my lack of skill in certain areas, like with coding, because I'm doing visual scripting, I figured I should do story and art, and hopefully that'll kind of liven up the game a little bit more. Oh, you can just call me JP. Cool. Solely Switch says, oh, okay, I didn't know that. That's exciting. Why do I feel like you're a pretty good writer? Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know if you've seen my comic book or not. If you want, you can look at my website. And for everybody else, it's owlinthebrush.com. And I have 3 chapters out of my comic book, Vacant Light. So I guess you could see that and you can tell whether or not like you like my storytelling. Okay, so I want to have like a handle for this because this is going to be like a safe. Solely Switch says, oh wait, I also was the guy chatting on YouTube, figured I'd just go over here, and man, you're doing better than I ever can. Oh, thanks. Were you chatting today on YouTube? Because I hope my YouTube chat wasn't broken. I've been having trouble with streaming software, like the chat software. Slowly switches. One of these days, I'm going to do a giveaway on stream, and it's going to be a bunch of Owl in the Brush products. Wow. Okay. Well, hopefully I'll have a lot more available. JP says, yeah, I was JP gaming and streaming. Okay. Wait, so was that today? Because if so, sorry if I missed your messages. Okay, I see. Sorry. don't know why that didn't pop up. Where do I want space for this, but maybe I'll just add it here. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So, do you do any game development as well, or do you do gameplay? Does that look weird? I feel like I have something I can use for Valve, or I don't know what that's called. I'm working on my first game ever. Cool. What's the theme of the game? Do you stream on Twitch as well, or just YouTube? Oh, no, just YouTube. Cool. Well, let's see. Sometimes I try to search like YouTube channels and I can't find like the channel when I just search the name. If you're interested, I do have a Discord community as well. So you can share your project there if you're interested. And I'm instead taking off on that, and I am instead tasking off on that, and I'm gonna make a Christmas game since it's almost Christmas. Wow, cool. Though sometimes games can take longer than you expect, right? This one that I'm making was supposed to be a short one, and I started in September. No. March of 2023. JP says, "Is there anyone to help? Because I'm in desperate need of help." Let me think. I mean, do you need help with what? Coding or artwork? think there's a better way to do this, but I'm just improvising. Mostly coding, but some with animations, rigging, and the map. Oh, I see. Well, I know there are a lot of like groups where they have game jams, and people seem to be be pretty fine with like helping each other on projects. I can't. None of the names come to mind at the moment. Let's see. JP says, "Wait, would you be able to help?" Well, it depends on what kind of help you want. If you need help with like Blender, how to use Blender and all that, I could give you some pointers. But I'm working on a lot of projects right now, so I can't. I don't have time for everything. So sorry. But I can give you some tips. And actually, I have to go now, so thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you guys for the raid, and hopefully I'll see you pretty soon next week. I'm also going to hopefully stream on Tuesday as well. So just another introduction to my game. This is a game called Duel Trigger. It's an indie steampunk run and gun game where you play as the most skilled and most wanted steampunk cowboy in all the West Coast. Soy Switch says, "Good night, Owl. Good night. Thanks for stopping by." Acid Rain says, "Good night" as well. I think we're going to raid Ryu Muramasa VT. So let me get that started. The Jalfire Knight says, bye. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you, everybody. If you're interested, I do have a website, owlinthebrush.com. I do sell some artwork on there as well, little crafts. And I'm working on a comic book called Vacant Light. So feel free to check that out as well. Otherwise, thank you, everybody, and I'll see you next time. And be sure to stay here for the raid. Okay, bye.